Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. North Texas versus Florida Atlantic. This matchup will be a battle of strength versus strength, as a Mean Green's dominant offense will do battle with an elite-level Owls defense. But with North Texas averaging over 510 yards a game this season, expect their offense to win out in a shootout. My team pick is North Texas minus 6.5 points. For the Mean Green, the over sits at 6-4 in their past 10 overall games, with the team averaging 41 points through 5 games this season. And for the Owls, the over sits at just 4-6 in their last 10, with the team averaging 40 points over their last 2 games played at home. Keep it simple. Take the over 55.5 points. UTSA versus Rice. UTSA is going to have a massive advantage there, as they will force Rice to drop back and pass, something they are not as sharp at doing this season. Go with the UTSA Roadrunners to win by at least a touchdown on the road as the better bet that will hit in this game. My team pick is UTSA Roadrunners minus 5.5 points. This total of 51.5 points is seemingly just a smidge too high, as I have this game handicapped for 50 combined points, which just fails to reach the 51.5 total here. Neither team has been converting at a high level on third downs throughout the season, as the Owls are 23 of 64, 35.94% in those situations, while the Roadrunners are only 29 of 86, 33.72%. when having third downs throughout the season. Both teams have seen the under hit in 3 of their first 5 games this season as well, so they are not lighting up the scoreboard. All in all, go with under 51.5 total points in this game as the better option. My total pick is under 51.5 points. Arkansas State versus Texas State. The Red Wolves have an okay offense, averaging 21.0 points per game, but Rayner has 5 interceptions on the year, and they rely on him because they can't run the ball. The Bobcats do not allow McLeod to be hit often, as they have given up 6 sacks in the first 5 games. The only glaring issue is the ability for Texas State to hold onto the football, but Arkansas State does not force many fumbles. All in all, go with the Texas State Bobcats to cover the spread at home as the better bet. My team pick is Texas State Bobcats minus 14.5 points. Jordan McLeod opens the game up for running back Ismail Mahdi to get chunk yardage as well in the running game and opens up the play-action calls. Arkansas State is not going to have to score many points in this game to make the total get to this point either. Go with over 63.5 total points, as Texas State's offense should have a massive game here. Washington State versus Fresno State. The Cougars have the 18th best passing offense, and they are averaging the 13th most points. I think their pass offense will be able to outscore Fresno State easily. The Bulldogs' defense won't be able to slow them down, as they rank 73rd in pass defense. The Washington State defense has struggled all year, but Fresno State's offense hasn't been good enough to be truly fearful. They have no rushing attack and focus directly on the pass. Washington State will be able to force a few turnovers, leading to a win. My team pick is Washington State Cougars minus 3.5 points. The defense has not been the reason that either team has won games. The passing attack for both squads has been above average, and they will continue to throw the ball relentlessly on Saturday. Each defense won't be able to stop, as points will be scored all game. The over is 2-0 when Fresno State has played at home. The over is 2-0 when Washington State has been the favorite. Take the over 61 points. Air Force versus New Mexico. 2 struggling teams going up against one another, and the ability to get almost a full possession's worth of points? Sign me up. New Mexico has been seeing a lot of yellow flags on the field, and Air Force's unique running style makes it difficult to game plan for. They should be able to amass over 300 yards of offense against a Lobos defense that allows 503.2 yards per game to rank 132nd in the nation. All in all, go with the Air Force Falcons to take advantage of running lanes that the New Mexico Lobos could not close and cover the spread. My team pick is Air Force Falcons plus 6.5 points. These teams are not going to be confused with high-octane offenses anytime soon and should be able to keep this game a bit more respectful, as there is not going to be a lot of scoring. Air Force loves to run the football, and that is what New Mexico did to have success throughout their first win of the year. That will chew up the clock and limit the number of plays. Go with under 54.5 points to hit here. Appalachian State versus Louisiana. Louisiana is 4-1 and has won 2 in a row entering this game, and Appalachian State is 2-3 and has lost 2 of their last 3 games. Appalachian State has struggled on the defensive side of the ball, giving up an average of 39 PPG. They will face a good and balanced defensive UL and will not be able to stop them. While the Mountaineers have a good passing offense, they have issues with picks and will face a UL pass defense that ranks 7th in the nation. At home, the Ragin' Cajuns will have a solid all-around game, and they will win their 3rd in a row and also cover the spread. Take Louisiana at minus 10.5 points. While the total of this game is set pretty high at 65 points, I'm still leaning towards the over. The main reason is that App State D only ranks tied for 129th in nation in points against, 39 PPG, has given up at least 48 points in each of their 3 losses, and gave up 52 points in their last game. The Ragin' Cajuns have a balanced offense, and they will light up the scoreboard in this conference affair. The Mountaineers will get some points, but not many, but Louisiana will score many, and with them putting up a high total, the overall total for this game will go over. Take the over 65 points. Ole Miss versus LSU. While the Tigers have stepped up on defense as of late, I still trust Ole Miss and their unit a bit more. The depth Ole Miss has should play a factor in this game as well. Jackson Dart has arguably been better than Garrett Nussmeier this season, and if this game will be a high-scoring contest like the Odds Makers Project, I have more faith in the defense of Ole Miss to get stopped compared to LSU. My team pick is Ole Miss Rebels minus 3 points. LSU is more prone to throwing the football anyway, and while Ole Miss has not given up many points this year, they have yet to play anyone like LSU. The Tigers have scored at least 34 points in every match since their game against USC, and Ole Miss has scored 27+ in all but one of their games this year. My total pick is over 62.5 points. Oregon State versus Nevada. The Beavers' 4 wins have all come by a minimum of 8 points, and their average win is by over 15 points. Their run game has been phenomenal, amassing over 1,300 yards this season through just 5 games, and they should be able to run all over a Wolfpack team that can't stop anybody. While Nevada's star QB Brendan Lewis has helped keep them in a lot of close games, he's unlikely to be able to do enough against a very good Beaver squad to keep it within 3 points. My team pick is Oregon State 3 points. Both teams' struggles have primarily come on the defensive end, as they allow 25.5 and 27.4 PPG respectively against FBS opponents. This one should be a high-scoring affair, especially with the Beavers' ability to get anything they want on the ground, averaging over 260 yards rushing per game. Brendan Lewis has emerged as a star for Nevada and is capable of putting up points against anybody, given his ability both through the air and on the ground. My total pick is over 47.5 points. Ohio State versus Oregon. Chip Kelly, who coached Oregon from 2009 to 12, operates an up-tempo between the tackles rushing offense that is brutal to defend. This is a mismatch for Oregon, who has the 8th-ranked defense but is 58th against the run. Look for OSU to exploit this in typical Big Ten fashion. Buy the hook and lay the 3-point road chalk with the Buckeyes in this one. My team pick is Ohio State minus 3 points. This is especially the case when you look at the time of possession for each team landing close to even against their opponents, even though they have been on the positive side of lopsided affairs. This stems from both squads' ability to get the big plays and score quickly. Furthermore, each team has demonstrated a great balance on the offensive side of the ball between the rushing and passing attack, forcing defenses to guess more often than not. Ohio State by themselves are averaging 46 points per game, which is just 6.5 points lower than this posted total. Take the over in this key game on the big stage. My total pick is over 52.5 points. Vanderbilt versus Kentucky. Kentucky has relied on their defense heavily this season to win their games, as their offense has been lackluster. Kentucky will get the upper hand on Vanderbilt's 116th overall ranked passing defense, while also stopping the Commodores from doing any real damage thanks to their defense. Because of this, I have to look at Kentucky covering the spread at home. I am taking Kentucky at minus 13.5 points. In the last 6 meetings between these two teams when they play in Kentucky, the line of 45 has an over-under record of 1-4-1. Vanderbilt's offense is going to be shut down by the Kentucky defense, which has been able to shut down even ranked defenses. While Kentucky will score points thanks to the Commodores' struggling defense, I do not think it will be enough to take us over the total. I am siding with the under at 45 points.